I am Buzz Aldrin, and I was the lunar module pilot on Apollo 11.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower cleared.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth. No single space project in this period will be more impressive to mankind or more important for the long-range exploration of space, and none will be so difficult or expensive to accomplish.
Roger, Eagle, send-dock.
Roger, how does it look?
The Eagle has wings.
Roger.
Looking good.
Roger, Neil.
Everything looked normal when we separated. Little communications problems with Earth, but then when we got to the point of lighting the engine for powered descent.
Eagle, we got you now. It's looking good, over.
Roger, copy.
Neil said, I think we might be a little long. Well, how could he tell that? He had some lines marked on the map, and looking at the watch or clock that we had, we were. We get to a point looking down where we're gonna wanna yaw around and let the landing radar begin to correct the knowledge that the computer had of exactly what the orbit is.
Eagle, Houston, after yaw around, angled S-band pitch, -9er, yaw, +18.
And shortly after that happened, we began to get some program alarms,
Give us a reading on the 1202 program alarm.
which interrupted the displays. Now, the displays to the crew from the computer were pretty basic. There were 3 registers of a lot of numbers, and you had to know what each one of those meant. But now they were blanked because we had this program alarm. And so we asked Houston what the problem was if we're still go on that. After a few minutes, they came back and said,
Roger, we got you. We're going at alarm.
we continued down, but it tended to distract a little bit, but we were still on a good landing trajectory. As the lander gets down to about 500 feet, the commander, nobody has ever really maneuvered and checked the response of the landing craft. And so all the commanders agreed that at 500 feet, they would begin to manually control toward what looked like a reasonable landing spot. And everything still appeared to be okay. And I could see, and Neil also wanted to avoid a crater that was in front of us. So we touched down, and I think the estimate, not because somebody put a dipstick in the fuel to see how much was left, but it was calculations and information on board. We probably had about 15 seconds of fuel left.
Okay, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now.
There's really no place on Earth that we could simulate a gravity of 1/6 of what we have here. So there really wasn't a great simulation. Because of that, we were scheduled at the bottom of the ladder to just hold on and sort of see what it was like under the gravity.
Okay, I just checked, getting back up to that first step. That isn't collapsed too far.
Neil went down first, and he did things, and I could see him through the window.
I'm going to step off the limb now.
He had no trouble at all, just moving around.
That's one small step for man. One giant leap for mankind.
So I knew that there wasn't going to be any trouble for me to move around.
About a 3-footer. Beautiful view.
So we proceeded on.
Here, men from the planet Earth, first set foot upon the moon, July 1969, AD.
Walking